Alright, I think I got it for this map, no cap, bro, but I feel like it's gonna be a little bit still kind of hard, bro. But I got 5 operators, which you can only get, obviously. And I'm thinking of a mute, a aruni, bandit, pulse, and the kapkan. I'm gonna choose these. I'm gonna choose these 3. I mean these 5 because I'll try to explain as we go. But well, first of all, we want this reinforced, this reinforced, this reinforced, this reinforced. Head holes, rotate, reinforce, reinforce, rotate, reinforce, reinforce, rotate. Also a rotate. Actually, more like head holes, and then this is like also head holes. I think that's it, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are all the reinforcements I kind of want. The other reinforcements, if this gets a little bit too difficult, obviously do that. But I'm gonna explain each thing. So we're gonna have a bandit trick in here, because if this wall gets open, this kind of like this entire hall is kind of not easy to defend from over here now. So we kind of like want the bandit to play here, and if they're rushing obviously that side, you kind of want to boom boom, or you kind of want to boom boom. You kind of have 2 angles to play off of. That's why it's kind of good. You just gotta watch out, obviously. We got 2 angles, but in the start we're gonna have like mute first, like play over here. He's gonna play over here first. He's gonna come here in the beginning of the round, and he's gonna wait, and he's gonna watch what's going on. If he doesn't see a push going on, he's gonna tell the pulse to then rotate to B, see if they're, and the pulse will then go to B to see if they're pushing B. The main reason is this is the easiest to push, so like this is why attackers usually come here, because it's like literally way easier to push than most of the other areas. So we're gonna explain each operator of where they put their utility after. But the whole point of that is like the rotation right now. The rotation, I'm gonna explain the rotation and the explanation of why we want to hold certain things. This room, once you get, the attackers have a crossfire here, boom, boom, and if you're sitting in this room and this guy swings you, you can die to the whatever, the window. So you kind of want to like play over here instead. So you only got to worry about that. And if this guy swings you, you're already aiming here, and boom, he's kind of dead. It's not, at that point, it's not even really a crossfire. It's not helpful for them at all. But obviously, if it gets too difficult and they're rushing like, you know, crazy, and you get flashed and shit, you're gonna have to come here, and play off of here, or just come back here and play over here. But the mute, he's gonna play here for a sec, or for a bit. He's gonna figure out what's happening here, then he's gonna fall back, and he's just gonna play off of all this stuff here. The aruni, we're gonna explain the aruni. The aruni, she's gonna try to hold this side down as much as she can. So she's gonna put an aruni gate right here, and then another aruni gate over here, and an aruni gate right here. The reason for these aruni gates, maybe aruni gate, like I could put an aruni gate over here just to stop like a crazy push. Put an aruni gate right here to fuck up some util, or an aruni gate like right here, or an aruni gate right here. You know, it's kind of like, it's depending. The third one's kind of like crazy, but these 2, you want them for sure here. If you want to put the third one over here, you can put the third one over here, but it's okay. Don't really matter that much. But for barbed wire, you're gonna put one right here, and you're gonna put one over here, just so that you can hear some sound if they're pushing you. So you're gonna sit over here, and you're gonna hold this shit over here as long as you can. Boom, boom, boom. swing, come here, swing, 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 or just hold the angle, boom, come here, swing. Obviously this wouldn't be pop, but you could get like a nice angle. You could get like a nice angle there, and then obviously you could then swing wide in here for that. So obviously if this also you feel like is not good for you and it's getting a little too difficult, or you feel like you've wasted enough time, just reinforce this one. And then that's kind of your job. Your job is trying to like at least hold this area at least. And obviously you'll have some support from downstairs, so it's like, you know, it's kind of like crucial. And so that's all the three up here's jobs is for. Now the pulse's job is to play here. You know, play over here, try to get like, cause this is the door right here. That's the door to that room. You come here, get yourself a little rotate here. Obviously watch out for anything going on. Obviously you're gonna have to like watch out for all this stuff. You don't even need your scanner if you know that they can push here. Look here, watch out for here, anything. You don't want to pull out your scanner immediately. You don't want to get caught off by a roamer. And then stop at like this point. You got a kapkan trap here. So then you're gonna start playing here. This is the door to the site. And actually if you this is to that little room that's gonna be aruni gated. So if you look here, it's gonna be right here. Let's see host. So you could get like some cheeky C4s. You could play with the shotgun, get some cheeky shotgun kills. If you come here too, this is the other side door. And yeah, you're just kind of holding things from the bottom, also stopping any rushes, like. And your kapkan's job, well, is to place kapkans in areas you can't really pay attention to. So like right here, he'll give you a kapkan trap right here. Put two right here, and then kapkan himself, he's gonna play right here. Kind of just gonna play it in here so that you can help him, you know, go to an area safely as possible. He's gonna put the other two kapkan traps over here on this door, and then I think for the last one we might as well just like put it somewhere you feel like is gonna be helpful. So maybe like right here. Put it like right here too, so you can come here and see what's happening. You don't want to get slammed, of course. And so yeah, the pulse is gonna play in here, and then the kapkan is gonna play here. Remember, in each type of roaming thing, when you do roamers, you want to have some type of connection back to site. So obviously here there is a connection, and it's you go up here and you watch this door and you keep watching it and you come here, and now there's the connection back to the aruni, which is now a flank if they're pushing that. But obviously this door is actually very hard because they could be anywhere in this door, man. And you're gonna be right next to it, while they could be as far away as possible, and you is like that. But this hallway is very crucial, because if they also get wall, you can also shoot them in the back here, shoot them in the back here. So playing in this hallway is very crucial. That's why I feel like you need to have someone here. And so with your barbed wire, you're gonna put some barbed wire over here, and you're gonna put some barbed wire on the main stairs right here, just like right here, so that you know they can't get any like cheeky surprises rushing up over here. So you're gonna, the people over here are gonna hear it. So yeah, that's kind of the strat there. And obviously use your cameras to your advantage, bro. Like, you have so many cameras here. You have this 90 here, you got this perfect 90 haul, You got this room, you got this hall, you got this reception area, which is very good. You got the area you are literally playing in. You could literally use it too. And the downstairs pushes, upstairs, whatever. You got a lot of good cams here. You could use them to your advantage, bro. You can't just not use them, you know? You want to try to use them. But that's the strat. We're doing a hold there. And so, bandit tricks, mute jammer. You place a mute jammer here. You place a mute jammer here. You place a mute jammer here. And you place a mute jammer here. That's so that they can't drone where you are when you're in this area. You're literally gonna flow around, and it's gonna be hard for them to drone you out. So, now next up, I think I got everyone this operator. You know, I got aruni and what she wants, where she needs to play her shit. I got mute where he needs to put his stuff. I got kapkan where he needs to put his kapkan traps in his barbed wire. And I got bandit who obviously needs to get that wall. That's kind of it, mainly. And then pulse, which is just going downstairs, serenade it up, watching for any pushes. Obviously he can get backstabbed. So kind of like if the pulse dies, like our strat doesn't really die. It's more like once the pulse dies, the kapkan is now like kind of fucked, because he can't really escape anywhere, because these are kind of like chokehold areas. So if the pulse is playing here, that means that kapkan is free to move here. But if the pulse dies, he doesn't know if he's free to move here, so he's gonna be like very hesitant where he can go, and it might catch him off guard. They might just be in a corner, and you know, he's dead. So like the pulse and the kapkan gotta watch out for the ratty shit in this. So that's their job is kind of the hardest. The mute's job is kind of the hardest. The bandit's job is kind of the hardest. The aruni's job is kind of the hardest. So everyone's job here is very difficult, and so everyone has to be picture perfect with it. Not a single mistake. Obviously, the side players, if they die, it's okay, because we still have our roamers who can, you know, throw a diffuser or whatever, throw a C4. We have 3 C4 operators in this team, so it's kind of like good for that. And a roamer like kapkan, so that maybe you could get a cheeky kill. So if you don't get a cheeky kill from downstairs, that means they're just pushing site heavy, so that gives you more of an advantage to start becoming ratty. So when people start pushing sites like fast as shit, that gives you the opportunity to be ratty as well. And this map, it will give you some real good things for being ratty. I think that's it. Thank you guys for listening. This is probably gonna be the hardest map I'm gonna teach, because this is big, bro.